going on, guys? LCG here, back with episode 5 of Valley. We just reached this town site and we're on our way to the Astra facility because we don't want Astra operating with Soma offline. Apparently Astra will feel free to suck the life force of everything around it without discretion. Note from a soldier, the isolation policy here is pretty damn extreme. I haven't had any communication with my family in months. For some of the guys, it's been years. How is my wife doing? Are my parents in good health? Did my brother ever get sent off to Europe? I can't wait until this is all over. So we're trying to get to the Astra facility. Like I said, they set it up so that Astra will continue to suck energy from anything that it can once the lifeseed from Soma has been extracted or runs out of power. Seems like a pretty poor design choice for me, but let's see. If you're liking this video or would like to see more, please hit that thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button, and leave a comment below. It'll really help keep me on track with, exploring more games of this style. Note from a researcher, the Soma and Astra facility are held in delicate balance. While Astra takes, Soma gives. The two are interlocked with each other, kind of like a yin-yang. In order to produce bombs, we need an external source of energy to inject into the system to pass through the life seed, acting as an amplifier and output it as weapon-grade fuel. I have to admit, I'm a little afraid to be working with such a delicate and dangerous system, but I'm certain the bombs we're building out of it will put an immediate end to warfare forever. So, if I remember right, through what I've heard already, they're actually building a bomb that competes with the atomic bomb through the Manhattan Project here. So we're talking about World War II era. 1941, I think, is what they said earlier. Note from a Pathfinder, I missed the winter months up here. Nothing beats running on the snow with those snowshoe attachments on my leaf suit. Sliding down hills, gliding on ice, and just sitting back to watch the Damons chase snowflakes are some of my favorite memories from this place. Yeah, so they mentioned it's 1940, 41, 42 earlier on in the game, and that's pretty much where they leave it. So you kind of have a feel for what
reluctantly agreed to help.
what you're dealing with.
If only to make sure nothing happens to me. One of his squad mates mentioned to him a weapon being built at Astra, some sort of cannon. We should be able to use it to destroy Astra beyond reparation. Enough to shut down this project. Unfortunately, everyone is working round the clock with the increase in production, so we'll need to pull an alarm to get everyone out. We can then sneak into Astra through the underground tram tunnel that connects the two sites. No one should get hurt. Or, hopefully, caught. To whomever may find this recording, please understand that Fisher has strayed beyond reason. If we don't put a stop to this madness, they could destroy this valley. And with power like this, maybe even the world. If we failed, please do whatever it takes to stop them before it's too late.
So we just heard about the female there looking to work with Edwin. We got a lot of notes in here. I'm not going to sit down and read them all. This is something that you might want to take the time to do when you buy the game, because I'm sure you will. It looks like a lot of people pleading with whoever's office this was to not continue with their construction of explosives using this harnessed energy. Now, from my standpoint, it seems fairly like a fairly good setup. You got one piece of it, or one piece of the puzzle producing energy, and another one making bombs. How bad can that be, right? looks like green power at its finest. Minus the part where they're sucking it from everything around here. Alright, so I just came from down there, I think. I don't know what those things are. I kind of want to get a closer look at them just for my own resolution. Note from a researcher. I can't believe we're ramping up production. This seems suicidal. I hope they know what they're doing. I think we're going to end up killing everything in this valley. No, from the sounds of it, with the production of this bomb, you're going to end up killing everything on the continent. But what are you going to do, right? Atomic bomb. Bigger than the atomic bomb. Break through the cracked surface near the control tower, which is this, which means we got to get up there, drop down.
Come in a suspected attempt to sabotage our operations in Area 634. The report indicates a soldier from the Pathfinder Division may have committed himself to treason by planning to use the Thanatos cannon prototype being developed at Astra to destroy the reactor. The report came from a colleague of the alleged perpetrator, suspecting him as a potential Soviet operative. Since we only have one man's word to go on, we will need to catch him and any other accomplice in the act. As such, guards will be posted at Astra. Nothing will intervene with Pendulum's completion.
That guy's clearly a little too personally involved in work. Obviously he's passionate about it, which I completely understand. At some point, hombre, you gotta take a step back. Alright, so this is where we need to be. I kinda really like these crash through scenes. Probably more than I should. Alright, now we need to find tram access. Let's see. There should be a rail here somewhere. Hopefully, the once used piston upgrade won't be the only time we use it. But I've played enough games like this to know that it might just be the case. And read here. Memo, please be on alert for suspicious activity. With the recent revelation of espionage within our ranks, utmost precaution must be practiced. Reiterating what was said previously in the recordings. Note from Edwin Hall. So Edwin was apparently confined in this chamber, it looks like. Or the female was. I claim responsibility for the sabotage attempt. Virginia King had no role or knowledge of my plan to damage the Astra facility. I deceived her into coming with me to ensure her safety. Please release her from custody. So Virginia King is the female researcher, and Edwin Hall was her leaf suit wearing lover. Or partner, I guess. Maybe they weren't lovers necessarily. That's just a conclusion that I drew. Report from a guard, Edwin Hall, Pathfinder, PFC, conceded guilt in regards to sabotage attempt, claims full responsibility and denies Virginia King's involvement, denial of espionage or collusion with foreign governments. Alright, I thought that ended with a comma, expecting there to be another page somewhere, but there wasn't. There's a ton of blood around here.
July 29th, 1945. Interrogating suspects involved in the attempted sabotage. Listen, just be upfront with us. Are you Soviet spies?
No! For the last time, this has nothing to do with politics.
Alright, calm down. Just tell us your reasons.
You know how insane Fisher has become. He's willing to destroy this entire valley to...
What the hell was that?
Alright. So the interrogator just got killed along with Edwin Hall. Report from Private Matthews. I suspect my squad mate, Edwin Hall, may be plotting some sort of method to use that weapon being built at Astra to stir up some trouble. He keeps asking me questions, though I don't know much about it. I see him wandering through Astra every now and then, even though that sector isn't part of his patrol. I've known him for some time now, but the way he's been acting lately has me on edge. Looks like we're heading down this hillside. We're still on the lookout for some tram access on these guys. So I forget I have the lifeseed now, which amplifies my power. So that I don't have to shoot nearly as much. I don't really. I've been keeping an eye on my my energy levels up there. We're looking pretty good, but the energy of the valley, for some reason, has decreased a little bit. I think. For some reason, I thought we were higher up on overall energy levels. I haven't seen a ton of dead trees or oh, I guess the biggest thing is look off in the distance, because that's where it's been. Can I shoot? There we go. There we go. Alright, we're at full energy again. Not that I expect we're gonna die, but if it's gonna diminish over time, I do want to know about that. Alright. I swear, sometimes those things, I'll hit it 3 times and I'll get 1 or 2 chalk lines of powder there. Or power, not powder. What am I missing here? Oh, that bad boy. Go on. Where's the next one? Send him my way. What is that? Is that an acorn door? Leaf suit upgrade. Run along magnetic wall surfaces with a magnetic core upgrade. Alright, so last time we got the piston upgrade.
Private Hendricks, I'm providing your squad with a newly devised magnetic core for your leaf suit so that you may test its limitations. Take your squad to the train loading dock connecting to the tram tunnel. It should prove an ample testing ground for this latest upgrade. Report back by the end of the day tomorrow.
That was strange. I didn't love that. Cool, but I didn't love that. Nope, not even a little bit. Let's see what this door does. The acorn door. 24. I'm sure there was a puzzle I could have solved to open that, but there's no need. There's no need. Energy upgrade. Anything else back here? Well, maybe there wasn't. For something that's just Alright. Alright, that was kind of cool. I'm not going to lie. Alright, so it looks like... I'm crossing this way. I'm heading upwards. Maybe from this side? There's really no place to cross here, is there? I gotta head up there somewhere. Alright. We'll try one more time from here. There we go. That's what it's about. Maybe that's not what it's about. That just got me real confused real quick, because I gotta be going that direction. This early direction. There's really nothing there. Do I need to go down? Explore the train loading dock building. Maybe I'm not even supposed to be in here. I'm not gonna be able to make it back up there. Alright, now I'm a little bit lost. I have no idea what is even going on here. So I came over here. I did this voodoo, right? Screen rolls, everything goes crazy, zip back. Alright. Doesn't look like there's any place to go up from there. Aha, there we go. I don't know what made me think about that just as we crossed over, but once I hit that metal railing, I was like, oh, I'm an idiot. Alright. Zoop, zoop. Alright, so the valley's energy is still looking pretty good. Well, oh, there we go. It was looking good. Apparently, as we make it past different stages, Astra is zapping the life force from the valley, just the valley as a whole. Now it makes more sense. I thought I was losing my mind for a minute there. Alright, anything worth investigating over here? Looks like a no. I can't help but feel like there's a ton of... What was that? Alright, that makes me nervous. When I see things that don't register as making sense to me. But all this stuff looks super familiar. The train loading dock building. Alright, that's gonna be this one right here. Right? Yeah. I'm not losing my mind, am I? Train loading dock. Are these my cues to head up there? I just don't even understand right about now. Alright, I'm just gonna follow the old waypoint, my marker here. Alright, it says I gotta go this way. But I'm not going this way. Because I just came from there. Alright, looks like I'm going up. Oh. The medallion. Maybe that's what they wanted me to get. I guess I just don't see any way to not be an idiot. You know what's funny is I noticed this stuff earlier. Never did anything. Or never knew what it was. I was trying to figure out where I was for a second there. That screen rotation disorients me. I saw that this stuff was lit up earlier, and I think I even tried to shoot it. When I failed miserably, just kind of dismissed it as, cool, that glows. This would be a great place for one of those rails. Look, man, you can't out-zoop the Zoop Master. That's me. I do the zoop all day long. And I collect medallions and things. Plus, don't be mad at me, dude. I'm here trying to help you guys. Like, all these things keep trying to kill me, but, like, I don't see anybody else here trying to save them. I guess I'm not really trying to save them as much as I have to figure it out. But that's not the point. You think they might say to me, oh, hey, what are you doing here? Are you here to take all of our life force? No, man. That's how that conversation would go. I don't want to take all your life force. I already have a life seed. I want to help you out. Alright, so fortunately this game doesn't make the adversaries too painfully difficult. You see them early on, they're easy to predict. If you're not paying attention, they might be a little pain, but here we go. Like even that was incredibly easy. Whoa. So apparently when they blow up, get me out of here. I'm done playing with you guys. A member of the Pathfinder Division and an on-site anthropologist have been exposed as traitors. During a covert attempt to destroy Astra, security personnel caught the culprits amid the act and placed them under arrest. And that right there is where we're going to leave off. We found the tram that heads to the Astra weapons facility. Next episode, we will continue the trail and see where that takes us. We get to use our piston legs again. If you like this video, please hit the thumbs up button and leave a subscription if you're interested in seeing more of this content or any other content that I might produce in the future. This is LCG. Thank you again for tuning in. Have a good day, everybody.